Life is a journey. And if you've been around here for any length of time, you have heard that numerous times because we've been saying that here at Pathfinder for a very long time. We believe that all of life is a journey. You have to be moving forward because standing still is honestly not really living. And this applies to every area of our life. I don't think you can carve out pieces and become stagnant if you really are seeking the whole life that God wants for us. And so as we think about that, we think about how that applies to generosity in our lives, in our generosity journey. And here at Pathfinder, we've put some trail markers along the path of this journey so we can identify where we are. And they're gonna put those on the screen behind me. But what I want you to know first and foremost is that we believe that God has made us all to be generous people. But we also know in that we are all in different places on this generosity journey. But the important thing is to assess where we are, because how can we know that we're gonna move forward if we don't know where we're starting? And we need to assess that without any judgment over past decisions that were made or weren't made. It's just where we are today, and the goal is to keep moving forward. And so today, maybe you are an impulse giver. Maybe that's where you are on your journey. You wanna be generous, and when you see a need or you hear about a need, you're all in and you're supporting that need. Or maybe you've reached a place where you wanna be intentional. You think, yeah, I am a generous person and I wanna make this a priority. And so you've sat down and you've decided how much you're gonna give, who you're gonna give that to, how often you're gonna give it to them. Or maybe you've moved to a place that we would call courageous. The Bible would refer to it as giving a tithe or 10% of your income back to God. And maybe once you were at a tithe and now you're in where we would call fearless, where you're thinking, man, the tithe was great, but you know what? I'm fully trusting God with this area of my life, and I'm going all in, and I'm gonna give more than 10% and see what God does with that and does with my life because of it. No matter where you are on that journey, it's okay, but we do need to know where we are. So today we're gonna take a moment to do that individually, to think about just ourselves. Where are we on this journey? Again, without any judgment on where we are, knowing that we can always begin moving forward. So let's take a moment to do that today. And now that maybe we have an idea of where we are on this journey, I'm gonna ask you to take a step. And that step is a simple one. It's to begin praying and seeking God's direction, asking Him, what's the next step you want me to take? God, how do I move forward in this area of my life? Because again, we want to be growing.